We are here, and it is freaking hot, dude. I'm like sweating up a storm. So we're gonna probably keep this a bit short today. Really, just depending on the questions you all have. So this is. I just want to remind you, this is always a great time. Come up with your questions. We moved from Wednesday to Friday. We'll see how that works. Hey, I know it's never a great idea. You get people used to one thing, and then you switch them on over, but I was just feeling like Wednesday and Monday was a little bit too close. So Friday kind of works because. Just want to remind you, this is there we go. We are live. Thinking, the main what I really want this to be is something that you guys, as you get ready for your projects for the week or for the weekend, you can come in and be asking some questions, and so that's really kind of my goal for this. Let's turn that off there. So make sure you have your questions ready. Anything. I'll sit there, work on Python with you. We can work on your apps. We can run through something, whatever you want. So HiDream just came out with their newest model, so their updated model. It's called the E11. Let me see if I can get over to this. So that's over here. And I went ahead and updated the manager. So for those of you who are members, you can just go ahead and grab that. So and that will actually download your new models. Now the only thing that really changes is the model itself. These things have a lot of support models that are attached to them. So like if we go over here to our Comfy UI workflow, you've got your clip file, you got your clip, your text encoders, all that good stuff. So those pretty much stay the same. Okay, and there's your VAE. But the main thing is this model is going to change. Now with the Quant Manager, I went ahead and updated it so that it has a bunch of good guff ones. And I'm going to be honest, I looked at someone else's manager or like their workflow. I don't know that anyone else is making managers like I am, but I looked at their manager. Their manager. God, I just said their freaking workflow, and they were using quant models that when I used, they were not very good. They caused massively slow. So I went out and found. God, this thing is so outsized. I went out and found better quants to use. So I'm probably going to end up making a tutorial video on here, and that'll show you where to get them. But this, of course, is the Quant Manager, so you can just add or remove, and there's your E11 models. So you got all the different ones you can grab there. I was using the Q5KS with those other models that came through there, and it was slow. Oh, someone's texting me. But then I switched to these ones, and they're working fine. So good for that. So that's all good. This is the Quant Manager. Get yourself up and going. This was the model they were calling was going to be the Flux Killer, which that's pretty big statement because Flux is just so massive. Let's see if it's saved. Oh, it didn't save the images I made. Okay, so evidently this workflow, just so you know, this workflow does not have save output defaulted. So if we look on here, oh yeah, they see. So it's going straight. I didn't even realize that. I probably should have fixed that. It's going straight to the preview image. So probably want to do something like this. Right click, go to this, all maybe save image. Okay, I'm looking for, what I'm doing is I'm looking, in here somewhere, I'm kind of distracted in my brain, but in here somewhere, probably in the key drive nodes, there should be like an output, image output save. There you go. Save image. Save. I don't know. So you can find the one and then plug it in there. Otherwise, when it generates, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to click on it and then click save. So give me just one moment. Okay, so we got a lot going on here today. I'm a little bit distracted as usual. Okay, Bluebell, there it is. Hey, Bluebell, what's up? Good to see you. I think you're going to get 75 points for being the first person to pop in. So, unfortunately, like I said, I created some images, and it didn't save them. I wanted to show, but High Dream's one of these ones you can throw. Like what I did is I took this and I said, turn this into a Salvador Dali portrait, and it did. You know, it made it interesting. You know, you could change the shirt, change the whatever. It really does good at altering, you know, image to image type stuff. So that's the other one we came out this week was this LTX, and so the new LTX came out. A lot of people kind of talking good, talking bad about it. One of the things about LTX has always been that LTX generates fast. So it's one of those ones that you don't really get what you want, but it doesn't matter because you can make like 12 of them like in just a few minutes. So it's kind of changing a little bit here where it's taking longer to get stuff. It's getting more consistent. I think what they're doing is they're going for more consistent and more and better actual imagery with it, and so of course the speed goes with that. All right, Fidel Cocoon just popped in. Sup, Feta? Yo, sup? And he's one of our Blue Star members, so I'm gonna take my hat off to Feta. Hey, Feta, good to see you. Yo, we all clap our Blue Stars. I think he's gonna get 50 points for being the second person in here. Oh, he's gonna have to say something first. Oh, he just joined. He's a tumbleweed. Good job for you, Feta. He gets all pats on the back. So LTX is running, and it did some cool stuff with it. Let me see here. I do always do my classic Ninja Turtle. There. Now, Feta says, yo, so now he's going to get his points. Let's see. LTX.getgoingfast.pro. I did my... hold on. Come on. Damn it, this stupid thing. Okay. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so this is always my test. I throw in the Ninja Turtle with Taylor Swift. So this actually turned out pretty decent. I think Hanyuan was the one that had the absolute best, or maybe it was Juan, and he licked her all over the face. It was crazy. This was actually pretty good. And that's actually really high quality. This is a surprise for LTX, because LTX has never been about high quality imagery. It's been about fast imagery. And in fact, Feta will tell you about that. Him and I spent all last year just making tons of LTX stuff. But you can actually see that this is high quality. So I'm kind of impressed. It's a bold move because LTX has Juan to compete with. Like, Hanyuan came out and it was amazing, but then Juan, in my opinion, just blown Hanyuan out of the water in quality. So LTX looks like it's trying to get into the game. Let's hope they don't lose what makes them special with the speed of things. There. Okay, what else do we got here? It seemed like I had... Did I not? All right. Yeah, I want to show you... Oh, here's this Pusa thing. Pusa's kind of interesting. So I'm trying to wrap my head around this Pusa Laura. And from what I understand, what it does is you put it on top of another one. So say like you load Juan. And, you know, sometimes when you do like movements, like a person will be jittery or move in funny ways, you put Pusa on top of that. And then it actually is supposed to smooth out the images. I gotta put my glasses back on. I'm getting a migraine. I'm just too hot. And it's too bright in here. But, so I made this little thing with it. You know, and it was cool. Like, I don't know that I see a ton of difference. But then I talked with another guy who said that he was swearing by Pusa. He said that he does a lot of stuff with people dancing in circles and doing this kind of stuff, and he can't do it. And then he started running this Pusa Laura, and all of a sudden stuff could work. So I like that. That's really cool looking one there. I mean, yeah, these are beautiful, but I think the beauty isn't coming from Pusa. I think the beauty is coming from Fusion X. So what we're looking at the Pusa Laura for is more of the movements. But again, it's kind of like gluten. No one knows what the hell it is, but everyone's talking about it, right? I think Pusa is sort of the same way. We're still kind of discovering how it works. But that's three main things that we've been working on this week: is Pusa, the LTX, and the Get Going Fast. I don't think Get Going Fast. The High Dream. Go check out the High Dream Manager. Get that one down. That'll be a good one to play with. LTX, obviously. I mean, LTX is part of the family. You gotta show it some love, yo. So you should want to play with that. I don't really know. There's not a whole lot more going on. If you guys don't have questions, I really don't have a ton to talk about. So let me know if you got any questions. There's Jams. What's up, Jams? Sup? We're kind of floating here, not quite certain where to go. I want to try running stuff here, but I really don't want to crap out my my system. And I will say the High Dream stuff. Maybe we could try an LTX one. The High Dream one does take. It is high resource, so just be warned. But again, the module, the guffs I found actually run better. There are other managers out there, workflows that are using different guffs, and they do not work. Like, they're so slow. And so we got these ones. I think they're from Night 95 or something like that. Anyway, well, let's check out this LTX. Here, I'm clicking the off button here, so we can do a text to video. Let's make sure I don't have anything filthy in here. Okay, a beautiful place in nature. Let's go to this and let's do this. Let's say Chat GPT, and let's close this out, and let's say, give me a prompt of a Viking eating a McDonald's Big Mac. Alright, let's grab this and let's throw this into the LTX thing. Now hopefully this doesn't kill the system. So let's click run. Now, the old LTX, which you can still get, by the way, with the manager that I created, you can still get the old LTX if you don't like this one, and I've heard people saying they don't like this one. But again, like I said, this one has some higher quality. If you want to go back to the older ones, it goes all the way back to 0.95 and 9.6. That's what we were using last year. Then they came out with 9.7 and 9.8, kind of heading in a different direction. If you want to get into like some like rip, snort, and get stuff done in 30, 40 second stuff, go back to the old versions of LTX. Fed is asking if we've talked about lip sync today. No, we haven't. Do you have any questions about lip sync? We're kind of waiting to see how this works out. Now, one of the things, keep in mind, this LTX is taking a while to load, but that's because it's loading the model. So you always take, it's like when you get cable or, you get internet, right? It's only $50 a month, but you got to pay the initial $50 installation. So if you keep switching around, you keep paying that initial cost. So when you're loading different models, you're paying an initial cost. So that's why, like, your first video might take 4 to 5 minutes, but then after that, they only take 2 minutes. So just keep that in mind. Generally better to do stuff in batches. Okay, we got an error. Interesting. Gotta love that. I'm not going to have the patience to fix that here on the live stream, so we'll play with that later if this doesn't work. I am going to have to take off in a minute. I've got company showing up in a few days, and my house is so trashed that I had to hire a cleaning lady. And then even the cleaning lady was a little overwhelmed. She was like, let's see if this works. A man sitting in his car and looking at the camera. He reaches up with his finger, picks his nose. All right, well, I'm waiting for any lip syncing questions. I'm going to let this sit for a second, and if we don't get something, I think we'll end it for the day. If I get a bunch of stuff come through Discord as well, I can always do another live stream over the weekend. You guys really should write down your questions, though, or think about the projects that you're going to be working on. It's like this one might make it. We're pushing to 83. Wish I had something more exciting to show you. We did do multi-talk. Oh, I still have to do a video on Float. Float is extremely fast. Float is lip syncing software. Let me see if I have I've been thinking a lot about robots lately. I'm really thinking about moving the channel in the robot direction. I'm curious how many of you guys be interested in getting into open source roboting. Let's see here. All right, here's some Float videos.
I want to tell you about Get Going Fast, the best way to get into working AI and to do it fast. Quick and easy to follow instructions and installers to, well, I want to get going fast. Get Going Fast, the best way to get into working AI and to do it fast. Quick and easy to follow instructions and installers to, well, to get...
I think they're all going to say the same thing. But that's actually pretty good. That took like 30 seconds to make, by the way.
Kneel before me, mortal. I have come to take my rightful place on the grand throne. Only I am fit to lead this world in this era of chaos.
I want to tell you about Get Going Fast, the best way...
That's actually really good. That's like took like 30 seconds to make. So that's actually insane. Side note, this is something that was made in LTX. This is the weird stuff that LTX is doing. This actually started out as an animated image, and then it turned it into real. So I discovered if you make a 60, this is something I discovered with LTX. If you take a drawing, like, not too rudimentary, but like an animated drawing, and you make a 60-second video out of it, it will actually turn it into a human. So that was a 30-second video. That's a 30-second video. She's beautiful. She just started out, though, as a cartoon. Here's another one. It did the same thing. It's just kind of this weird oddity. So I don't know. It's kind of I don't know if that's a bug or a feature, But anyways, it's interesting. Throw in an animated thing, make it 30, 60 seconds long, and see what it does. All right. Oh, here it finished over here. Here's the Viking eating a McDonald's thing. Let's give this a look. Okay, so that's actually pretty good quality. It does not look like a McDonald's burger, but that model, the guy looks really good. So Fred is asking which is best, FramePack or LTX, and I think LTX is going to be best for your longer movements. But again, the thing with LTX is you've got to get to a place where you know how to use it properly, and it's kind of difficult because you got to be working those timestamps. But there's definitely, I mean, like Feta, if I'm talking to Feta now, if you remember last year when we were using LTX, you're doing a lot of stuff, but it was really bad. This Viking here is actually really good quality. So there's potential. But still, it's LTX and it took two minutes. Well, it took longer, 121. It took 4 minutes to make that, which is really long for LTX. So they're trading off quality for, they're trading off speed for quality. Okay, I think I'm going to end the stream here. I've got stuff going on I've got to take care of. You guys don't seem to have a ton of questions. At the same time, I acknowledge I moved this from Wednesday to Friday. I think we're going to start doing this on Friday. Let me know. Guys, listen, we're in this together, yo. Okay, I mean, I'm taking the lead and I'm kind of doing some of this stuff, but we're in this together. So you let me know what day is the best for our live stream. My goal with the live stream is that you guys have an opportunity to know the projects you're going to be working on for the week or for the weekend, and you get an opportunity to say, I'm having trouble with this, or I want a question about this. I actually want to work with you on your projects. You let me know what days work best for you, and we will accommodate. I think for right now, we'll stick with Mondays and Fridays. Like 8:30 in the morning on Mondays, around 2 o'clock on Friday. Okay, let's see what this picture, see if it made me pick my nose or not. So, kinda. It's interesting keeping the quality. So, LTX is definitely impressive here. Okay, so yeah, AI, notice he points out 226 for 4090, but notice the second one only took 168. Still not great, but the initial one includes the model loading. But that's still 3 minutes. LTX should be getting stuff done in 60 seconds to 90. The old ones would get it done, but this is high quality. So, I mean, I'm actually really impressed with that. That's actually really high quality for even 3 minutes. So I think I will play with this more. I'm going to stick with my Wantu GP for now, my Fusion X for a while longer. But I actually am impressed with the quality. So, all right, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thanks for popping in. Like I said, we'll try to be more consistent. We're moving to Fridays. Unless you guys tell me difference. Unless you tell me different, we'll stick with Fridays for now. Let me know the days that work best for you. That you guys say, this is the day that I actually need help in. We'll accommodate. That'll become our big day. All right, you guys stay well, be good, God bless you, and we will catch you